Welcome to Tuning Into Your Body's Wisdom, Muscle Testing with Dawn Bean. This is me. As a kid, I was really not healthy. And because of that, I chose not to pay attention to my body. After all, when I paid attention, it told me a lot of things I wasn't happy about, like aches and pains, the things that didn't work well. Instead, I focused on school and learning new things, and that worked okay. But when I had my son, and I was responsible for his life and well-being as well, I realized I wanted to do more than just muddle through life, dragging an unhappy body around. I wanted to know how to help him feel healthy and happy. I read all the books. And with all that information, it simply left me confused, overwhelmed, and really unsure of how to proceed. So many of the books contradicted one another. So I tried one thing and then another, and nothing seemed to work. I felt like I was just randomly trying to figure it out. Can you relate? We do the best we can until we know better. And when we know better, we do better. Just before my daughter was born, I was introduced to yoga. I'm not here to teach you yoga, although I would recommend checking it out. But yoga was the first opportunity I had to really begin to connect again with my body, that body that I'd ignored for so many years. As I was on the mat, figuring out the poses, falling over, slowing down, I started to hear my body. I started to notice that there was information in paying attention to that body. And as I began to quiet my mind, I began to learn to not just look outside for the answers, but check inside to see how it felt. As I started to do that, I started to have a more intuitive, confident sense of direction as I raised my two kids. Along the way, I was drawn to other tools and resources that helped us have a happier and healthier life and helped me continue to develop that little beginning of intuition and trusting my own sense of wisdom, my own inner knower. Essential oils were one of those tools. With their immediate feedback to the body, to the mind, I could see my son calm down when he smelled a certain oil. I could feel my brain think more clearly when I smelled another. As I continued on, I was exposed to the idea of muscle testing. And maybe you can relate to my experience. I thought it was kind of neat. I thought it was kind of hokey. I had no idea how it could possibly really work and give me information. So I played with it a bit and set it aside. Later, I was introduced to holistic health coaching and saw some people working with muscle testing in a very different way. I got some resource books and learned more of the background of science and the way our body processes information, the way our brain processes information. And all of a sudden, the muscle testing that looked silly started to make sense. And I understood not just the why, but also how to use it when things were unclear or when I needed more information than my brain was ready to give me. More on that later. Today, I use muscle testing and essential oils along with some other really cool modalities to help myself, my family, and lots of other people tune in and get clear and find freedom and empowerment. And that is so exciting to me. And that's why I'm so glad you're here.